After big expose to me, I had say a year your former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo of a year $19.3 million. I'm saying, audit findings. Ghana embassy, America, I'm saying for a year the fourth estate at the another expose at the aba. A fa. I was already a mamma cassa, one cassa, yet to say I connect someone melodies or the above on ten. I watching a dear free a Ghana embassy or Americans, see on here Cassa because of a yes, sir, Juma dear course. So, Sika under the previous president, another Akufo-Addo, for just one point to a Mugu, or more didn't sir embassy no. I just say you're closing it down. Yes, you're shutting it down. $19.3 million. Yet your handsome, embassy. That's why I bear media. That's what I say. Over subscribe media, my web notification balance of more podcast updates. I'm sure there's some media so a high near term name. A yard and I chill when you and I social media. So young cop now young tea a year other findings here. A day a year as some case here. A day abre a year some MPP a appointees as I say order for their immediate arrest, just investigations. So, and no more any answer to
for the fourth estate at the expose biaba. Na enyasem ketwa. Se Ghana for amowo America. Die. Se Ghana embassy ewo US under President Akufo-Addo. Say ejumaboni a wamudidi muni. And you say audit findings I expose $19.3 million. That time under President Akufo-Addo. Ghana American embassy. Omo extorti free Ghana for more America over visa and passport application. $19.3 million. We are free more Ghana for more Americano. And the President Akufo-Addo wa yes our papers home or passport one ye BB visa one ye BB into all call American embassy akwa ye ho nyama biano. Ye de munya ye bia mo ye de musika no bomo $19.3 million and ye we are free mo. Yan konsem ni mo. And our first time we have subscribing and click the notification bell on so. Oyane sa latest news be about on Sabekan. This video is kindly sponsored by Corporate Logistica. Corporate Logistica a vehicle management company e Ghana ha. Ejuma mo ye no e very simple. Se o cars akesiye, cargo vehicles kesiye no. Anase anhwaka akesiye ya fashe Corporate Logistica ansa. O de kan de show mo sa o mo abepe driver maka no. Ejuma wo ho a wo mo de car no ebeye kabia beba kan no bia wo mo abetua bibia address. O de kan de show mo say no every month o me market ya 2 times. 05980222033 on your more entry come on. Now, young story name or say forensic audit reveals how Ghana's embassy in the US extorted $19.3 million from visa and passport applicants. I say for 6 years, thousands of visa and passport applicants who turned to Ghana's embassy in Washington believed they were following standard government processes and paying the right fees. They filled out forms online, paid the service fees, and paid extra money to have their documents mailed back to them. In many cases, that was where the official process ended. Some applicants never received their passports. Others waited for months. Unknown to applicants, a different system which redirected them and imposed additional charges had been embedded. That new system generated nearly $19.4 million in what the Auditor General has now classified as irregular proceeds. The findings follow an earlier escalation of the situation that led to the temporary closure of Ghana's embassy in Washington in 2025. So, munya mubedi adansia. NDC ba bemwa no kuja to abla kwama order say Ghana's embassy ewa America yen closing it down. They were Washington no munya mukai. Eno crampo no enkrofo somo de ye propaganda eti okuja to abla kwa. Na nini na no na investigations we koso. Na tie. I say authorities and Ghanaian officials were alerted to irregularities in its operations, reports indicated that concerns about delays, missing documents, and unclear fee structures at the mission prompted the investigations by Ghana's Auditor General. A forensic audit by the Auditor General has revealed that consular services such as visa insurance and passport processing are ordinarily administered through official government systems, including the Electronic Consular Information Management System, eSIMS, and AppTrack. These platforms are designed to manage applications, record transactions, and ensure that all statutory fees are collected through approved channels. Under Ghana's Public Financial Management Framework and Foreign Service Regulations, all such fees must be transparent, approved, and properly accounted for. However, the audit found that this structure was altered through website manipulation, external platforms, and additional charges embedded into the application process. So, work online, process no. Near direct or near the wako baby, yes, you TRC, the real seeker under the MPP. And it happened under them, they didn't see this. And yes, they didn't see it, they saw it, but they were in with it. Also, the audit found that this structure was altered through website manipulation, external platforms, and additional charges embedded into the application process. Applicants who accessed the embassy's official website were redirected to privately controlled platforms where they were required to pay $29.75 per application for the return of their passport or visas. Obi wo because they said $29 enye sika bia. $29. Oh, I said $29 enye sika. But so nankeni kwansi ye charge you. Wa apply ye we no. You see to $29, so to $29 na near return of visa nama. You view from the audit established that the expected or actual cost of postage a year averaged $10.10, meaning each applicant paid nearly $20 above the cost of service. Tiadia no nanka obetia krana $10.10 na uso utia. But your mautia $29.75, close to $20. These arrangements enabled the collection of dispatch/mailing fees and application support service charges from applicants, the report states. The largest component of the $19.4 million illicit fees charged came from these mailing and dispatch charges. The forensic analysis of visa and passport processing activities of the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C. identified irregular financial transactions related to dispatch/mailing charges between 2019 and 2025. Application support services between 2021 and 2025. Extra merchant fees for online payments between 2020 and 2025, as well as transactions involving Fred Quatin and Steran LLC between 2019 and 2020, the report said. So her time as idea when in ACA, President Akufo-Addo time, most especially in the second term, no, and as a chrono winning a course. The audit report notes that the embassy discontinued the use of self-addressed return envelopes in 2023. Removing all alternative method for applicants to pay for the return delivery of their documents from their end. As a result, every applicant was required to pay the fixed mailing fee regardless of actual costs incurred. Data drawn from the embassy's own systems show that more than 150,000 visa mailing transactions and thousands of passport dispatches were processed during the period under review. It is our time a year can 170,000 people and of course a yenyo passport e momo. Na sankrofoni nano. Says ye wie from. The audit calculates that applicants paid a total of 6.9 million in mailing. Let me mention the actual figure. The audit calculates that applicants paid a total of 6,945,554 in mailing and dispatch fees after deducting the estimated actual postage cost of 2,357,986.40. It was found that the excess generated from mailing fees alone amounted to 4,587,567.60. In addition to mailing charges, applicants were required to pay application support service fees through the unapproved external platforms to which they were redirected. These fees were set at $67 for passport applications and $76.78 for visa applications. The audit indicates that these services were presented as necessary for completing applications, even though they were not part of officially approved government charges. Jessica and Yewi or Jessica and Yer Trom so service be or why who here, and was all ye can one young can or passport visa yen to me from mount. Intenitia, Sicano, Nianye, meanwhile, and come. The report also identifies irregularities in payment processing arrangements. It notes that additional merchant fees were imposed through the use of the Square Payments platform. Despite the absence of a formal contract governing its use, these fees further increased the cost to applicants and contributed to the overall financial exposure. These charges formed a system in which applicants paid more than the official cost of consular services. Using records from eSIMs and Abstract, the audit calculated total transactions of 21,337,446.70 linked to these activities. After accounting for actual cost of approximately 2,357,986.40, the remaining 19.37 million was classified as irregular. Tisika yenya yeni na sa time no ye calculate here. The real amount of money ananke also omunya 2 million. Actually say 19.3 million ya eka ichire. The audit also documents operational failures that occurred alongside these charges. Although applicants had already paid for mailing services, the embassy accumulated a backlog of 12,721 visa and passport applications between June and August 2025. During that period, the embassy managed to mail only 4,507 applications. Adi mwajisika we mumfa nkrofui mail nkonkomo monso muntumi mfa nko na 12,000 applications. Na way to me the nkrofo umelia 4,000 per ene no sebi ejuma ne kra untumi nye 50% now so omosika na mwaji edi. I think that we need to start hearing names. We need to start hearing names, you know, and all that. Now, I'll say Her Excellency Alima Mahama. Inti MC Alima Mahama eye samunya mwewidi so no na ye say first na ye pese President Akufo-Addo efano as the running mate MPP focus on pe oba as running mate no. I stand to be corrected, but I think say you know. Inti Alima Mahama ena oye ambassador head of mission from 2021 to 2024. And to say, Her Excellency Alima Mahama served as ambassador and head of mission from 2021 to 2024. As ambassador and head of mission, Her Excellency Alima Mahama exercised ultimate supervisory and financial authority over the embassy's operations. She signed the general contract for services between the embassy and Travel Ghana / Secure Data Center, thereby formalizing the outsourcing of passport, and visa dispatch functions to a related party with unauthorized fees charged to applicants. Inti yabo maami ni din se Alima Mahama ono no sign ye. Yabo ni din se Alima Mahama ono eno sign ye. Yenhwe ni nim se Alima Mahama oye hwan. Inti sende yesi 19 million akwa akopie wo baabi a ene ebusuafo Alima Mahama yi owon sem bebre wo se oba beyi ano etre Ghana for. So this is Alima Mahama. Oni Alima Mahama. Oni we dear oral case aba. The report concludes that the irregularities were enabled by weak internal controls and inadequate oversight, allowing unauthorized platforms and staff-linked entities to operate within official systems. The redirects were implemented directly within the website's source code, showing administrative level access, the report states. These arrangements allow staff-linked entities to handle passport dispatch, visa processing communications, and payment arrangements without appropriate authorization or oversight, the audit states. These irregular charges were imposed through the manipulation of the embassy's official website, the creation of parallel digital platforms, and a compulsory redirection of applicants, the report states. The Auditor General recommended that these monies be retrieved from the officials involved in the crime and sanctioned accordingly. Say Alima Mahama yenkoji sikanin free ne ho ni yenchin intum. That is the audit, forensic audit report. Auditor General Ediaba. We die Iyoko MPP for posanso be come match passo.
Ghana ni bia wutie me no book we eye asset ba ko a e wo se wo keep e wo fie. To book we ma wo ho to ma wo ba to ma obi biara osumbo e wo wabrabo mu wadanfo obi a opese odiye wabrabo mu bia no to sa book we your friend the Ghanaian investor. Na sa book we be show different forms of investment a obetumi aye e wo Ghana ha, licensed investments. The first one e ya de bia your friend emergency fund. Book we bet show send you set up emergency fund. Abrabo aye boy bibia betumi ato. If you have an emergency fund, ebeba na aba be save you. Oka betumi asay wo kwan so. Obetumi ayare, oba betumi ayare, nini na emergency fund no ebe take control of all those situations. Book no besan so atrew ade bia ye fe na endowment fund. A obetumi dia protect wo ho any future. Na sa endowment fund no nyame mpengu ukokonya accident na untumi nye adwuma bioma, it will take care of you for the rest of your life. Book no besan so atrew senya obe set up a personal pension fund. Nkrofo bebre eye adwuma wie ekọ retirement, omukọ retirement we no mo ho aba betwe omo. O set up a personal pension fund. That will not be your case. Most importantly, book we betray how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now Ghana Stock Exchange investment, basically, it means you are buying ownership of Ghanaian companies. Now Ghana Stock Exchange, it is one of the best performing markets in the whole world. A lot of people are making money from the Ghana Stock Exchange, but they don't know how to invest in it. Book we a better idea. Your investment be why a friend of mutual fund. Book we better how to invest in a mutual fund. Now mutual fund, you don't need to be rich to invest in a mutual fund. I remember an example. You find say wa oba fresh. Now what per license mutual fund e Ghana has say opese odi usikashim. Say to me invest 500 cedis every single month. E a Ghanaian mutual fund moi. By the time I will be 19 years no. Now I done a millionaire. You find say wa fa cedi we did 10. Opese da chibi odi every month for 500 cedis e share mutual fund mu emano. By the time I will bano and I will fast no obedi 29 years no na oye millionaire. Wankasa utie me we di 40. Now so wo sha unye investment bia eno ane say obeye mutual fund every month for 500 cedis e share. By the time obedi 59 years no na we nya 1 million Ghana cedis. Into mutual fund no, that is how it works. Small money every single month. By the time embre ebebano na sika no aye kese book we better sanya mani na sa ope book no ni PDF anase ni twi video a free anase WhatsApp number na ewo book ni so sisi a na sa we Ghana ni na wa brochure na ope hard copy of the book a very simple call Amazon na search for the Ghanaian investor place the order baby a obi a be ship e dia bro medase